autopilot. Developing self-awareness is like turning on a light. You see patterns and can change them. Whether through journaling, therapy, or mindfulness, the goal is to manage emotions, not eliminate them. When you know yourself, you're less likely to be hijacked by emotions when your child pushes your buttons. Instead of reacting, you can pause, recognize your feelings, and choose a loving response. This transforms conflict into connection and teaching moments. Self-awareness is a gift that keeps giving. To you and your future child, it's the difference between reacting out of habit and responding with intention. This is the power that shapes your family's emotional climate. Parenthood is an emotional marathon. Preparation is essential. Learn to sit with uncomfortable feelings, express emotions constructively, and fill your own cup. Self-compassion is key. Treat yourself with the kindness you'd offer a friend. Understanding your emotional history helps you break cycles and respond from love, not old pain. Healing before motherhood frees you to parent with clarity and warmth. Build a support system, friends, family, community, before you need it. These relationships become your lifeline during tough times. Emotional preparation creates a secure, nurturing environment for your child. Your heart, schooled in self-compassion and connection, will be ready for the work ahead. This is the groundwork for resilient, loving parenting. Mental preparation for motherhood means gently shifting your mindset from focusing solely on your own needs to intentionally holding space for another person. It's about opening your heart and mind to the lifelong journey of nurturing, guiding, and supporting a child as they grow. Motherhood requires flexibility and the ability to adapt as children grow and change. Every stage brings new challenges and joys, and being mentally prepared means learning to embrace the unexpected with patience and creativity. Let go of perfection. Real parenting is messy and unpredictable. The best moments often come from the chaos, and learning to laugh at the little mishaps can make the journey lighter and more joyful. Educate yourself, but don't get lost in conflicting advice. Use resources as tools, not rules. Remember, every family is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. Trust yourself to find your own way. Trust your intuition as you build your own parenting approach. Your instincts are powerful guides, helping you make decisions that are right for you and your child. Cultivate a growth mindset. See challenges as opportunities to learn, not as failures. Each obstacle is a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate, both for yourself and your child. This resilience helps you navigate tough times and models healthy coping for your child. When you show your child how to handle setbacks with grace, you teach them valuable life skills. Mental preparation is about embracing imperfection and staying open to growth. It's about accepting yourself, flaws and all, and knowing that you are enough for your child. It's the mindset that allows you to thrive, not just survive as a parent. When you nurture your own well-being, you create a positive environment for your family to flourish. This is the mental strength that sustains you for the journey ahead, giving you the courage and hope to face each new day with love and resilience. Nurturing is the heart of motherhood, and you can practice it long before you have a child. Care for a plant or pet to build patience and attentiveness. Practice nurturing in your relationships. Listen, encourage, and show kindness. These small acts teach you to be attuned to others' needs and respond with empathy. Most importantly, nurture yourself. Rest, eat well, and speak kindly to yourself. Self-nurturing fills your well, giving you more to offer your future child. These daily habits build the muscle memory of compassion and care. A mother who cares for herself has more patience and love to give. Small, intentional acts now lay the foundation for loving motherhood. Nurturing starts with you every single day. Building emotional awareness is like assembling a toolkit for your heart. Start by naming your emotions. Just identifying them can reduce their power. Listen to your body's signals. Physical cues often reveal your emotional state. Practice mindful breathing to calm your system in stressful moments. These tools help you process emotions instead of being controlled by them. Emotional literacy is a skill you'll model for your child. The time before motherhood is perfect for mastering these habits. This toolkit will serve you and your family for years to come. Real women show us the power and beauty of preparing for motherhood early, each on their own unique path. Their stories remind us that the journey to becoming a mother doesn't begin with a positive test. It starts with the choices we make long before. Maria faced anxiety by starting therapy before trying to conceive, learning tools she later used as a calm, steady mum. She journaled her feelings, practiced mindfulness, and built a foundation of emotional resilience that supported her through the ups and downs of early motherhood. Sarah, a busy lawyer, practiced self-care and boundaries before motherhood, making it easier to prioritize family and embrace imperfection. She learned to say no, to rest, and to let go of the pressure to be perfect, skills that helped her stay present and connected with her child. Chloe, unsure about nurturing, volunteered at a daycare to build confidence and practical skills. Through hands-on experience, she discovered her own strengths and learned that nurturing is a skill that can be developed with patience and practice. Each woman identified areas for growth and took small, consistent steps. Whether it was learning new skills, building healthy habits, or simply making time for self-reflection, these efforts added up to real change. Their stories proved the pre-motherhood years a fertile ground for personal development. This is a time to explore, to heal, and to grow into the person you want to be, for yourself and your future family. Proactive growth is the common thread, preparing the soil before planting the seed. Just as a garden flourishes with care and intention, so does the journey to motherhood. Investing in yourself is the most meaningful investment in your future family. The time and energy you put into your own well-being will ripple forward, shaping the lives of those you love. These journeys show that preparation is powerful, practical, and transformative. Every small step taken today lays the groundwork for a brighter, more confident tomorrow. The time before children is never wasted. It's where the real work begins and where the seeds of motherhood are first sown. Motherhood begins in the heart and mind, long before the delivery room. Early preparation is the invisible work that builds self-awareness, resilience, and nurturing capacity. This is the first and most enduring gift a mother gives her family. The benefits ripple outward. A calm, present mother creates a peaceful, secure home. Children raised in this environment learn emotional health by example. Early preparation leads to more joyful, connected parenting and a legacy of love. By doing your own inner work, you break negative cycles and start new, positive ones. The most important work of motherhood begins with the choice to become the person you hope your child will one day look up to.
Motherhood is a profound journey, filled with moments of joy, challenge, and transformation. It shapes us in ways we never imagined, teaching us patience, resilience, and unconditional love. But as we navigate this path, it's important to remember that our identities are beautifully complex and multifaceted. We are more than just mothers. We are individuals with dreams, passions, and relationships that extend beyond our children. Our connections with others help define who we are and remind us of the many roles we play in life. Our roles as partners, daughters, sisters, and friends are vital threads in our life's tapestry. Each relationship we nurture adds color and depth to our story, weaving a rich fabric of support and belonging. These connections ground us and enhance our happiness, making us better mothers, partners, and friends. They offer comfort in difficult times and amplify our joy in moments of celebration. Strong social bonds are key to a joyful life, even as their nature evolves with motherhood. Friendships may change and family dynamics may shift, but the need for connection remains constant. Partners, friends, and family each play unique roles in our support system. They help us navigate the ups and downs, offering advice, laughter, and a listening ear when we need it most. Neglecting these relationships can lead to isolation and unhappiness, making it harder to cope with the demands of motherhood and life in general. Think of relationships as a garden. Each element is crucial for thriving. Just as a garden needs sunlight, water, and care, our connections need attention and nurturing to flourish. Nurturing all parts of our relational ecosystem is essential for growth. When we invest time and energy into our relationships, we create a strong foundation for ourselves and our families. Prioritizing these connections is not selfish. It's an investment in happiness and well-being. By caring for ourselves and our relationships, we become more present and fulfilled in every aspect of our lives. A fulfilled mother sets a powerful example for her family, showing her children the importance of love, balance, and community. Embrace a well-rounded, joyful life for yourself and your loved ones, knowing that every connection you nurture helps you and your family thrive. Modern motherhood is a relentless juggling act, a whirlwind of responsibilities that never seems to pause. From the moment we wake up, we're pulled in a dozen directions, preparing breakfast, answering emails, soothing a crying baby, and trying to remember if we switched the laundry. We shift between roles: nurturer, teacher, chef, and problem solver, constantly meeting everyone's needs while managing the chaos that fills our homes and minds. Each day is a balancing act, and sometimes it feels like we're barely keeping up. The mental load is immense, often more draining than any physical task. The endless to-do lists, the invisible planning, and the emotional labor can leave us feeling exhausted and unseen. Guilt becomes a constant companion, whether it's about not spending enough time with our kids, missing work deadlines, or simply needing a moment for ourselves. It can make us feel like we're failing, even when we're doing our best. But it's important to recognize that these feelings are common, shared by mothers everywhere, and they're not a true reflection of our efforts or our love. Motherhood can strain even the strongest relationships. Communication and understanding are key to navigating these challenges together, and it's okay to ask for help or lean on your support system. Friendships may drift, and romantic sparks can dim amidst the daily chaos, but these changes are part of the journey, not a sign of failure. Acknowledge these struggles as normal, not a sign of weakness. Every mother faces moments of doubt and overwhelm, but these do not define us. We are not alone on this path. Self-awareness, compassion, and inner strength guide us through the toughest days, reminding us that we are resilient and capable. Embrace the beautiful chaos, celebrate the small victories, and find balance in the journey of motherhood, one imperfect, extraordinary day at a time. Navigating motherhood's chaos requires practical strategies. It's about finding a balance that works for you and your family. Scheduling creates freedom, allowing control over your day. By planning ahead, you can ensure that all important tasks are covered. Use a shared calendar to prioritize relationships and personal time. This helps everyone stay on the same page and reduces misunderstandings. Delegation is a superpower. Let others help lighten your load. Sharing responsibilities teaches children valuable life skills and fosters teamwork. Set clear boundaries to protect your time and energy. This ensures you have moments to recharge and focus on what truly matters. Embrace small moments of connection for a fulfilling life. These little interactions build strong, lasting bonds. Put your phone away during dinner for real conversations. This simple act can make mealtime a cherished family tradition. Send a quick text to a friend to show you care. Maintaining friendships is essential for your well-being and happiness. Spend focused time with your child, free from distractions. This quality time is crucial for their development and your relationship. These small acts enrich your relationships and life. They create a foundation of love and trust that lasts a lifetime. Find your rhythm in the dance of motherhood. Embrace the joy and challenges, and create a harmonious life. Mastering communication is key to finding balance. People aren't mind readers. Clear communication is essential. Use I statements to invite collaboration, not accusation. Be specific about your needs for effective support. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Create a culture of mutual support with friends and family. Communicate your needs for connection to nurture relationships. Tell friends you miss them and plan time together. Let your partner know you crave meaningful time together. Words build bridges, bringing people closer. Motherhood teaches us to give, but self-care is vital. You can't pour from an empty cup. Self-care refills you. A fulfilled mother is more patient and loving. Self-care doesn't require extravagance. Find small joys daily. Prioritize physical health for emotional well-being. Sleep, nourishment, and movement are foundational. Embrace imperfection and pursue personal passions. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. Be good enough. This mindset shift is the greatest act of self-care. Joy in all relationships, including with yourself, creates happiness. This happiness radiates, filling your home with warmth and connection.
Once, in a small village nestled between green hills, there lived a girl named Aisha. Every morning she watched the boys walk to school with their books. Their laughter sounded like a song she could not sing. Aisha's world was her home, and the small market where she helped her mother. She dreamed of learning to read the words on the shop signs. She wished she could write her own name. Her heart ached for knowledge, a world she could only see from a distance. She believed that a pencil and a book held a special kind of magic, a power that could change everything for a girl like her. One day, a new teacher came to the village. The teacher, a kind woman with a warm smile, decided to open the school doors for everyone, including the girls. Aisha's father was hesitant at first, worried about old traditions. But her mother saw the fire in Aisha's eyes and convinced him. The next morning, with a worn-out notebook in her hand and her heart beating like a drum, Aisha walked to school. She took her first step on a long road. It was a step not just for her, but for all the girls who would follow her path, each one a promise of a brighter future. Inside the classroom, a new universe opened up. Aisha learned about numbers that could count the stars in the sky. She learned about letters that could build words and words that could build stories and ideas. She was no longer just a girl from a small village. She was an explorer discovering new lands on the pages of her books. The teacher told her that education was a light. It was a light that no one could ever take away from her. This light would guide her through darkness and help her find her own way in the world, making her strong and independent. Aisha's journey was not always easy. Some people in the village whispered that a girl's place was not in a classroom. They believed she should be learning to cook and clean, not to read and write. But Aisha did not listen to their doubts. Every word she learned made her stronger. Every problem she solved made her more confident. She knew that her education was more than just for herself. It was a gift she would one day share with her family, her community, and her world, proving that one educated girl can start a powerful change. When a girl like Aisha gets an education, she does not keep that knowledge to herself. It is like planting a seed that grows into a strong tree, providing for the whole family. An educated woman can understand how to manage money better. She can read contracts, understand interest rates, and make smart financial decisions for her household. This means the family's small income can be stretched further. It can be used to buy more nutritious food, improve their home, or save for the future. Her knowledge becomes a shield that protects her family from poverty and hardship. Educated mothers raise healthier children. A woman who can read can understand instructions from a doctor or on a medicine bottle. She learns about nutrition and hygiene, ensuring her babies are strong and well-fed. She knows the importance of vaccinations and regular health checkups. Studies from countries like Bangladesh have shown this clearly. When more girls went to school, child mortality rates dropped significantly. The health of the entire family improves because a mother's education is the first and most important medicine for her children, a lesson passed down through generations. Furthermore, an educated mother is the best first teacher a child can have. She reads stories to her children, helping them develop a love for learning from a young age. She can help them with their homework and encourage them to stay in school. This creates a cycle of education. Her children, both boys and girls, are more likely to finish school and pursue higher education themselves. The seed of knowledge she received grows into a forest of learning, lifting her entire family tree to greater heights. Her home becomes the first school, a place where curiosity is nurtured and dreams are encouraged. This cycle has a direct impact on a family's earnings. When children are educated, they can get better jobs when they grow up. They can become doctors, engineers, teachers, or entrepreneurs. This means they can support their parents in their old age and provide a better life for their own children. It all starts with one girl going to school. In places like rural India, programs that help girls finish their secondary education have shown that for every extra year of school, a woman's future wages can increase by up to 20%. This transforms not just one life, but the destiny of an entire family. When women are educated, they do not just improve their homes, they become powerful engines for the entire economy. An educated woman is more likely to find a formal job. She can work as a teacher, a nurse, a manager, or a scientist. This is not just good for her, it is good for the country. When more women join the workforce, a country's productivity increases. There are more people paying taxes, which means the government has more money to build better roads, hospitals, and schools for everyone. Her salary is a contribution to the nation's strength and prosperity. Educated women are not just employees. They are also innovators and entrepreneurs. With an education, a woman gains the confidence and skills to start her own business. She might open a small shop, a tailoring business, or even a technology company. In many African nations like Ghana and Uganda, women are leading the way in entrepreneurship. They create jobs for others in their communities, helping to reduce unemployment. A woman's business is often a source of great pride and a beacon of hope, showing other women what is possible when they are given a chance to learn and grow. The presence of educated women in the workplace also makes businesses better. Diverse teams, with both men and women, are more creative and better at solving problems. Women bring different perspectives and ideas to the table, leading to better products and services. Companies with more women in leadership positions have been shown to be more profitable. When women are included in economic life, everyone wins. They challenge old ways of thinking and push industries to innovate, making the entire marketplace more dynamic and competitive for the future. This economic participation has a ripple effect that spreads throughout society. When women earn their own income, they gain more say in their households and communities. They become leaders, participating in local councils and government. They advocate for policies that benefit women and children, such as better healthcare and safer communities. This creates a more just and equitable society for all citizens. The journey from a classroom to a boardroom or a business is a journey that transforms a woman's life, and in doing so, transforms the very fabric of her nation. The story of a single girl like Aisha, when multiplied by millions, tells the story of how a whole country can become richer, healthier, and stronger. The evidence is clear from all corners of the world. Nations that invest in girls' education see their economies grow faster. A World Bank report found that limited educational opportunities for girls could cost countries between $15 to $30 trillion in lost lifetime productivity and earnings. When girls are educated, they become a powerful force for economic progress, unlocking a nation's full potential. Look at South Korea, a country that transformed itself from poverty to prosperity in just a few decades. A key part of its success was its commitment to educating all its citizens, including its girls. As women became more educated, they entered the workforce in large numbers, contributing to the country's economic miracle. Similarly, in Ireland, the expansion of free secondary education for girls in the late 1960s is linked to the country's incredible economic growth in the following decades. When a nation educates its daughters, it is investing in its own future success. This economic growth is deeply connected to a nation's health and stability. Educated societies are healthier societies. When women are educated, birth rates tend to fall, and families become smaller and more sustainable. This reduces the strain on a country's resources. Moreover, educated citizens are more likely to engage in democratic processes and demand better governance. This leads to more stable and peaceful societies, which are more attractive for investment and development. A peaceful nation is a prosperous nation, and education for all is the foundation of that peace. The path forward is clear. For every girl who dreams of a book, for every community that wishes for a better life, the answer is education. We must work together, governments, communities, and individuals, to break down the barriers that keep girls out of school. We must build more schools, train more teachers, and challenge the outdated beliefs that hold women. When we let girls learn, we let nations rise. The future classroom, in the hands of a young girl holding a pencil. Let's give her the chance to write a new, more hopeful story for us all.
In our lives, we all find ourselves in the arena. This is the place where we face challenges, where we might stumble and fall. It is the place of work, family, love, and loss. For women, this arena can often feel demanding, with expectations coming from every direction. This is why building our own strength is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is about having the courage to show up, even when we are not sure of the outcome. True strength isn't about being perfect or never feeling afraid. It is about being vulnerable enough to try, to connect, and to be seen for who we really are, imperfections and all. Having strength means we can hold our own story with compassion. It means we can set boundaries and say no when we need to, protecting our energy and our hearts. When we are strong, we don't just survive the tough moments, we find the lessons within them. We learn to get back up after a fall, dust ourselves off, and dare to enter the arena again. This resilience is built, not born. It comes from the small, consistent choices we make every single day. It's the quiet practice of choosing courage over comfort, of choosing what is right over what is easy, fast, or fun. This journey towards strength is deeply personal. It's about building a foundation within ourselves that can withstand the pressures of the outside world. Think of it like building a home for your spirit. You need a strong frame and a solid roof to feel safe and secure. Mental and physical strength are the materials we use to build that home. When we feel strong in our bodies, we carry ourselves differently. When we feel strong in our minds, we can navigate the complexities of our emotions and relationships with greater clarity and grace. It is a powerful combination. So why does this matter so much? Because a strong woman is a force for good in her own life and in the lives of those around her. She can lift others up because she has learned how to support herself. She can speak her truth with kindness because she is not afraid of being judged. She can love with her whole heart, even with the knowledge that there are no guarantees. Embracing this journey is an act of profound self-love. It is a declaration that we are worthy of the effort it takes to build a life of courage, compassion. Over time, create a powerful shift in how we feel and how we show up in the world. One of the most foundational habits is moving our bodies. This doesn't mean you have to run a marathon. It can be a simple walk in the morning, a gentle yoga session in your living room, or dancing to your favorite song. The goal is to connect with your body, to feel its power, and appreciate what it can do. This physical practice reminds us that we are capable and resilient. Another vital habit is the practice of getting our thoughts and feelings out of our heads and onto paper. Journaling is a powerful tool for this. It doesn't have to be perfect or poetic. It can be a messy, honest conversation with yourself. You can write down what you are grateful for, what you are struggling with, or what you are dreaming about. This act of writing creates a space between you and your feelings, allowing you to look at them with curiosity instead of being overwhelmed by them. It is a way to make sense of your story and to find the courage within it. Think of these habits as anchors in your day. They are things you can return to, no matter what storms are swirling around you. Maybe you start your day with 5 minutes of quiet, just sitting and breathing before the world rushes in. Or perhaps you end your day by reading something that inspires you. These are not just tasks to check off a list. They are rituals of self-respect. They are small ways of telling yourself, I am worthy of this time. I am worthy of this care. This consistent practice is what builds the muscle of courage. When we commit to these small, daily actions, we are practicing how to show up for ourselves. This is where the real work happens. It's easy to be courageous when everything is going well. The true test is whether we can stick to our practices when we feel tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed. Each time you choose to take that walk, write in that journal, or take those 5 minutes of quiet, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. You are practicing how to rise strong, one small, brave habit at a time. Our mindset is the lens through which we see the world and our place in it. A resilient mindset is not about ignoring the hard stuff or pretending to be happy all the time. It is about owning our whole story, the good, the bad, and the messy. It's about having the tools to navigate life's pressures without losing ourselves. One of the most powerful tools is shifting our perspective from what is happening to me to what is this teaching me. This simple question can transform a moment of struggle into an opportunity for growth and learning. Positive self-talk is another essential tool, but it has to be grounded in reality. It's not about telling yourself, I'm perfect. It's about speaking to yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend. When you make a mistake, instead of saying, I'm such a failure, you can try, that was a hard moment and I did the best I could. What can I do differently next time? This is how we practice self-compassion. It's a way of acknowledging our humanity and giving ourselves permission to be imperfect. It is a courageous act. Breathing is a tool we carry with us everywhere. When you feel pressure building or anxiety rising, you can anchor yourself in your breath. A simple technique is the box breath. Inhale slowly for 4 counts, hold your breath for 4 counts, exhale slowly for 4 counts, and hold again for 4 counts. Repeat this a few times. This simple physical act sends a signal to your nervous system that you are safe. It creates a pause, a small space between the trigger and your reaction, giving you a chance to choose a more thoughtful response. Ultimately, building a resilient mindset is about recognizing that we get to write the ending of our stories. Shame and fear want to convince us that our struggles define us. But courage and vulnerability allow us to say, yes, this is part of my story, but it is not the whole story. We can choose to believe in our own worthiness. We can choose to believe that we are brave enough for this life, These mindset tools are not about changing who you are. They are about coming home to who you have always been. Confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room. It is a quiet knowing that you are enough, just as you are. It's the courage to show up and let yourself be seen. This confidence grows from self-awareness, which is the ability to understand our own emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. When we are self-aware, we can navigate awkward or difficult situations with more grace, because we are not just reacting to what is happening around us. We are responding from a place of inner clarity and strength. Imagine you are in a meeting and someone dismisses your idea. The immediate reaction might be to feel small or to get defensive. But with self-awareness, you can notice that feeling of shame or anger rising. You can take a breath and choose your response. You might say calmly, "I'd like to share a bit more about why I think this idea has merit." This response is not about winning an argument. It is about standing in your worth and contributing your voice, even when it feels hard. It is a practice of daring greatly. Self-awareness also helps us handle our own internal struggles. Let's say you feel a wave of jealousy when a friend shares good news. Instead of judging yourself for that feeling, self-awareness allows you to get curious. You can ask yourself, what is this jealousy telling me? What is the unmet need or longing here? Perhaps it's a sign that you want to pursue a similar goal for yourself. This turns a difficult emotion into valuable information, guiding you toward what truly matters to you. It helps you understand your own story. I want to invite you to start this journey today. You don't need to change everything at once. Just choose one small habit. Maybe it's a 5-minute walk each morning. Maybe it's writing down 3 things you are grateful for before bed. The goal is to start practicing, to start showing up for yourself in small, consistent ways. You are worthy of a life filled with courage, compassion, and connection. You are brave enough to step into the arena of your life. Dare to begin. Dare to be you.
Here's a detailed breakdown of barriers to women's education, focusing on child marriage, poverty, gender bias, lack of access, and traditional norms across cultural, social, and economic dimensions. 1. Child marriage, cultural and social barrier. In many societies, especially rural and traditional communities, girls are married off at a young age due to cultural or religious practices. Once married, girls are expected to manage households and bear children, ending their education prematurely. Child marriage is often seen as a way to protect family honor or reduce economic burden. Impact on education. Early marriage often leads to dropping out of school. Married girls face limited mobility, time constraints, and domestic responsibilities. Educational aspirations are viewed as unnecessary or secondary. 2. Poverty. Economic barrier. Poor families often prioritize boys' education over girls, assuming boys will become future breadwinners. Girls may be kept home to work, fetch water, care for siblings, or help with family businesses. Lack of money for school fees, uniforms, transportation, and materials prevents girls from enrolling or continuing school. Impact on education. Girls from poor households are less likely to complete primary education, let alone secondary or higher studies. Poverty increases school dropout rates, especially during economic hardship. 3. Gender bias. Social and cultural barrier. Persistent patriarchal beliefs treat women as less capable or less deserving of education. Families may believe that investing in a girl's education is a waste, especially if she will marry and leave the home. Girls face discrimination in classrooms, lower teacher expectations, and less encouragement. Impact on education. Low self-esteem and lack of confidence among girls. Underperformance, absenteeism, and low enrollment rates. Reinforcement of gender roles that restrict academic ambitions. 4. Lack of access to schools. Geographic and infrastructure barrier. In rural areas, schools may be far away, unsafe, or simply unavailable. Poor transport, lack of sanitation facilities, especially toilets for girls, and security concerns, especially during conflict or disasters, discourage girls from attending. Absence of female teachers also deters enrollment, especially in conservative societies. Impact on education. Girls are discouraged or prevented from attending school due to safety and hygiene concerns. High rates of absenteeism, especially during menstruation. Limited access to quality education and role models. 5. Cultural and traditional norms. Cultural barrier. Societal beliefs that a woman's role is to marry and serve the family led to undervaluing education. Traditions may restrict girls from traveling alone, speaking in public, or engaging in mixed-gender environments. Cultural expectations around modesty and obedience suppress curiosity and independent thinking. Impact on education. Cultural pressure to conform leads to early school dropouts. Girls are taught to prioritize family and marriage over personal growth or learning. In extreme cases, education is forbidden for girls due to extremist ideologies or misinterpretations of religion. Conclusion. Women's education is not just hindered by economic reasons, but by deeply rooted cultural and social systems that view girls as less worthy of academic investment. Tackling these challenges requires community awareness programs, government policies protecting girls' rights, financial support and scholarships, school safety, hygiene, and infrastructure improvements, changing mindsets through education and media.
It's a wonderful thing to watch a child grow. Every day, they learn something new, see the world in a different way, and become more and more themselves. Understanding how children grow is one of the most important things we can do as grown-ups. It helps us know what to expect and how we can best help them on their journey. And honestly, it's not just about getting bigger and taller. It's about growing on the inside too. Their feelings, their thoughts, and their ideas are all growing, just like their bodies. Knowing about these changes helps us be more patient and loving. Each stage of growing is like a new chapter in a beautiful story. From the very first day a baby comes into the world to the time they become a young adult, so many amazing things happen. Each stage has its own special joys and its own special challenges. When we understand this, we can offer the right kind of support at the right time. We can celebrate their successes and comfort them when things are hard. It's a way of saying, I care about you, and I want to help you be the very best you that you can be. This understanding is a gift we can give to the children in our lives. The journey of growth is a continuous path, with each step leading to the next. What a child learns as a baby helps them as a toddler, and what they learn as a toddler helps them as a preschooler. It's all connected like a long, winding road. As grown-ups, we are their trusted guides on this road. We can help them feel safe and loved, which gives them the courage to explore and to learn. We can provide the simple things they need, like a listening ear, a gentle hand, and the time to just be together. These are the things that help a child grow strong in mind and heart. So let's take a look at this incredible journey together. It's a journey filled with discovery, with feelings, and with the magic of becoming. By looking closely at each stage, we can appreciate the miracle of growth even more. We can see how a tiny, helpless baby slowly but surely grows into a person with their own dreams and ideas. It's a reminder that every person is unique and that every stage of life is precious. Knowing about this journey helps us to be the caring and helpful neighbors that every child deserves to have in their neighborhood. When a baby first arrives, they are so new to everything. This first stage, called infancy, is all about discovery through the senses. They learn about the world by seeing, hearing, touching, and tasting. A baby's smile is one of the first ways they communicate their feelings of happiness and comfort. They depend completely on their caregivers for everything, for food, for warmth, and for love. Cuddling a baby and talking to them in a soft voice helps them feel safe and secure. This feeling of safety is the foundation for all the learning that is to come in their life. As babies grow into toddlers, usually between the ages of 1 and 3, they start to explore the world on their own 2 feet. This is a time of great change and excitement. They learn to walk, to run, and to climb, which is a big step toward independence. They also begin to say their first words, putting names to the things they see around them. A toddler might point to a dog and say doggy, which is a huge accomplishment. They are learning that words have power and can be used to share their thoughts with others, which is a truly magical discovery for them. During the toddler years, children also start to understand that they are their own person, separate from their parents. This can sometimes lead to big feelings that are hard for them to manage. They might say no, a lot, because they are practicing making their own choices. It's not because they are trying to be difficult, it's because they are learning about who they are. It's our job as grown-ups to give them simple, safe choices and to help them learn words for their feelings like mad or sad. This helps them feel understood and respected. These early years are so important because they build the trust that a child will carry with them for their whole life. When a baby's cries are answered with comfort, they learn that the world is a good place. When a toddler is given the space to explore safely, they learn that it's okay to be curious and brave. Every time we respond to a young child with kindness and patience, we are helping them build a strong foundation. We are telling them, you are important and your feelings matter to me. That is one of the greatest gifts we can ever give. After the toddler years comes the preschool stage, which is usually from ages 3 to 5. This is a time of incredible imagination and creativity. Children at this age love to play pretend games, becoming anything from a brave firefighter to a caring doctor. This kind of play is more than just fun, it's how they learn about the world and practice different roles. They also start to ask a lot of why questions. Their minds are like little sponges, soaking up information about everything around them. Answering their questions with simple, honest answers helps their curiosity grow. As children enter the school-age years, from about 6 to 12, their world gets much bigger. They go to school, make new friends, and learn more complex skills like reading, writing, and math. Their thinking becomes more logical, and they can understand rules and work together in teams. This is when they start to develop hobbies and interests like playing a sport, learning an instrument, or becoming an expert on dinosaurs. Supporting these interests helps them build confidence and discover what they are passionate about. It's a time for them to find out what makes them unique. Friendships become very important during these years. In preschool, children learn to share and take turns. As they get older, they learn what it means to be a good friend, to listen, to be kind, and to help someone who is feeling down. Learning how to get along with others is a very important skill that will help them for the rest of their lives. Sometimes they will have disagreements, and that's okay. These moments are opportunities for us to help them learn how to solve problems and understand another person's point of view. This period of life is all about building skills and confidence. The trust they built as babies and the independence they found as toddlers now help them to face new challenges. When a preschooler learns to write their name or a school-age child learns to ride a bike, they feel a wonderful sense of accomplishment. Our job is to encourage them to try new things, even if they don't succeed at first. By saying things like, "I like the way you keep trying," we are teaching them that effort is just as important as success. We are helping them become capable and caring people. The teenage years, also known as adolescence, begin around age 13 and last until young adulthood. This is a time of very big changes, both on the outside and on the inside. A teenager's body grows, and so do their feelings and thoughts. They start to think more about who they are and who they want to become in the world. It can be a confusing time, filled with new questions about their place in the world. They are no longer children, but they are not yet grown-ups. It is a time of being in between. During this stage, friends often become the center of a teenager's world. They want to fit in and be accepted by their peers. This is a natural and important part of growing up and finding their own identity outside of their family. They might try new hairstyles or listen to different kinds of music as they explore who they are. It's important for grown-ups to remember that this is a normal part of their journey. Giving them the space to be themselves while also setting clear and loving boundaries helps them feel respected and safe. Teenagers are also capable of thinking in more abstract ways. They can think about complex ideas like justice, fairness, and their own future. They might start to dream about what they want to do when they grow up, or think about how they can make the world a better place. This is a wonderful time to have conversations with them about their hopes and dreams. Listening to their ideas without judgment shows them that what they think and feel is important. It helps them build the confidence to make good choices for themselves as they move toward adulthood. Supporting a teenager means being a steady, loving presence in their life. It means understanding that they need both independence and guidance. The foundation of love and trust that was built in their early years is more important than ever now. They need to know that even when they make mistakes, there are adults who care about them and will be there to help. This final stage of childhood is all about preparing them to take flight on their own. By offering our love, our patience, and our support, we help them grow into thoughtful, responsible, and caring adults who are ready for the wonderful journey ahead.
All right, picture this. Half the world's population full of dreams, talent, and ambition. Women and girls everywhere, from bustling cities to quiet villages, each with their own unique story and potential. Imagine the energy, the creativity, and the innovation that could be unleashed if every single one of them had the chance to shine. Now, imagine if every single woman had an equal shot at making those dreams real. No barriers, no glass ceilings, no outdated expectations holding them back. Just pure opportunity, open to all. That's the world I want to live in. A world where hope isn't limited by gender, and where every girl can look to the future with confidence, knowing she'll be supported every step of the way. And today, let's talk about the path ahead for women's empowerment. Because real change starts with clear goals and a shared vision for what's possible. First, let's get one thing straight. Women's empowerment isn't just a buzzword. It's not a trend or a passing movement. It's a fundamental shift in how we see the world and each other. It's about giving every girl and woman the power to shape her own life, to make her own choices, to pursue her passions, and to stand tall in the face of challenges. That means access to education, fair jobs, and the freedom to make choices, without judgment or fear. It means breaking down the walls that keep women from reaching their full potential, whether in the classroom, the workplace, or at home. Right now, millions of girls are still denied a basic education. They're kept from classrooms by poverty, conflict, or outdated beliefs about what girls can or should do. That's not just unfair, it holds all of us back. When girls are left behind, entire communities lose out on their ideas, their leadership, and their potential to create change. Because when women learn, whole communities rise. Education is the key that unlocks doors not just for individuals, but for families and societies as a whole. So goal number 1, make sure every girl gets to go to school and stay there. No more barriers, no more missed opportunities. Every girl deserves the chance to learn, grow, and dream big. No more "that's not for girls." Let's encourage girls to break stereotypes, to play, to lead, and to explore every field that sparks their curiosity. Next up, let's talk work. Because economic empowerment is just as important as education. Women are crushing it in every field, from science to startups, from engineering to the arts. They're inventing, building, and leading with creativity and determination. But there's still a massive gap in pay and leadership. Too many women are paid less for the same work or passed over for promotions and opportunities. It's time for that to end. Equal pay for equal work isn't just fair, it's essential for progress. We need equal pay for equal work, more women in boardrooms, and more women making decisions that shape our world. Leadership should reflect the diversity of our communities and support for women entrepreneurs to launch their big ideas. Let's create networks, mentorships, and funding opportunities so women can build businesses and change industries. But empowerment isn't just about careers. It's about well-being, self-worth, and the freedom to live authentically. It's about safety, respect, and choices in every part of life. Every woman deserves to feel safe in her home, her workplace, and her community. We need to stand up against violence and discrimination, support women's health, and ensure access to resources that help women thrive, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and make sure all voices are heard, at home, work, and in government. Representation matters, and every woman's perspective adds value to the conversation. And for anyone thinking, what can I do? Here's the thing, it starts with each of us. Challenge stereotypes, speak up for fairness, be an ally, and use your voice to lift others up. Support women around you, whether it's sharing a job lead, mentoring a colleague, or just showing respect in everyday interactions. Small actions add up to big change. Empowering women isn't just good for women, it's good for everyone. When women rise, families, communities, and entire nations benefit. When women lead, countries do better, businesses thrive, families are healthier. The future gets brighter for all of us. So let's keep pushing for that world, where every woman and every girl has the power to dream, to lead, and to live life her way. Let's inspire the next generation to aim higher and break new ground. The path ahead isn't easy, but it's worth it. Every step forward is a victory, and every challenge overcome brings us closer to equality. And together we can get there. When we unite, support each other, and refuse to give up, real change happens. If you believe in this mission, share this message, and let's make some change. The future is brighter when we all work for it, so let's get started together.
Alright, let's talk about power. When I say power players, who comes to mind first? Politicians, CEOs, maybe celebrities flashing their lives on social media? Sure, they have influence, but honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real power in society lies in something a bit more complicated: responsibility. And here's the thing, responsibility isn't just about having a fancy title or a million followers, it's about who actually shapes our daily lives. Let's break it down. Think about teachers. They mold the next generation, shaping how we think, what we value, and even how we see ourselves. That's real influence, often overlooked because it doesn't come with a spotlight. Now, look at parents and caregivers. They set the foundation for society, one lesson and bedtime story at a time. Every value, every bit of empathy, every ounce of resilience, I'd bet most of that came from someone at home, not a president or billionaire. But responsibility stretches further. Ever heard the phrase, "With great power comes great responsibility"? Yeah, I know, it's from Spider-Man, but hear me out. Leaders, whether in business, government, or community groups, they're responsible for decisions that can ripple across entire cities or even countries. They can set policies, change lives, and sometimes mess things up big time. But here's the twist. Responsibility isn't a one-way street. It's not just about them up there. It's about us. Every time I vote, speak up about what matters, or help out my neighbor, I'm shaping society too. Responsibility is shared. It's this invisible thread connecting all of us, from the teacher in the classroom to the person running for office to, well, you watching this right now. So, who holds responsibility in society? Honestly, everyone. And why? Because society isn't a machine run by a select few. It's a living, breathing network of choices, actions, and values, big and small. Next time you wonder who the real power players are, just look around. You'll find them in the most unexpected places, sometimes even in the mirror. Thanks for watching. If you found this eye-opening, hit subscribe and let's keep exploring the world, one big question at a time. Alright, let's get honest for a second. When I imagined marriage, I thought it would be romantic dinners, heartfelt conversations, and a partner who just got me. But reality? Oh, it's more like, did you remember to take out the trash? And endless debates about the right way to load a dishwasher. Now don't get me wrong, I love my husband. But sometimes I feel like we're speaking different languages. I want to feel cherished, heard, and maybe just once, I'd like him to notice my new haircut without me doing a dramatic hair flip in front of the TV. Is that too much to ask? Let's talk about expectations, emotions, dreams, even fears. But he sometimes bottles things up, or worse, gives me the classic "I'm fine." And I'm left decoding what fine actually means. Sometimes I just want a little more effort. Remembering an anniversary, sending a cute message in the middle of the day, or just asking, "How was your day?" and actually listening. And honestly, there are days I feel invisible, like my needs get lost in the daily grind of work, chores, and family drama. I want to feel appreciated, not just as a wife or mom, but as a woman, someone with her own passions and quirks. But here's the thing, marriage isn't a fairy tale. It's messy and hard, and sometimes really freaking funny. Expectations crash into reality, and you're left picking up the pieces, figuring it out together. So to every woman out there wondering if she's asking for too much, you're not. Wanting to be loved, heard, and respected isn't unreasonable. It's what we all deserve. Sometimes the best thing I can do is talk. Open up about what I need, even if it's awkward or uncomfortable. Because my husband isn't a mind reader, no matter how much I wish he was. Marriage is a partnership, and it takes work, on both sides. But it's also laughter, support, and those rare moments where he does notice your new haircut and you remember exactly why you fell in love in the first place. So yeah, expectations might meet reality in the messiest ways. But that's where the real love, the deep, lasting kind, can actually grow. Hang in there, you're not alone, and yes, you absolutely deserve the love you want.
Hey there! Today I want to talk about something close to my heart. Why mother-daughter relationships totally rock. Whether you're the mom or the daughter, this bond is special, and honestly, it brings so many benefits you might not even realize. Let's start with the emotional side. Having a strong mother-daughter relationship means you've got a built-in support system. Whenever life throws curveballs, bad days at school, relationship drama, or just feeling down, there's always someone who gets it. Moms and daughters often share a kind of emotional shorthand, where a look or a hug says everything you need. That emotional closeness builds trust and security, and knowing someone's always in your corner, that's priceless. Now, mentally, this relationship is a game changer. Daughters pick up so much from their moms, everything from problem-solving skills to ways of thinking about the world. And it goes both ways. Moms learn from their daughters too, especially as times change and new ideas come up. This kind of open communication helps both sides grow and handle stress better because they're not bottling things up. Studies even show that girls with close relationships to their moms tend to have higher self-esteem and more resilience. That means bouncing back from setbacks is just a little bit easier. Socially, the benefits are huge. Moms and daughters often share friends, traditions, and even hobbies. Movie nights, or just shopping sprees together that carry over into every part of life. Plus, seeing a positive relationship at home teaches daughters what healthy friendships and partnerships look like in the real world. And let's not forget the fun side. Having a mom or daughter you're close to means you've always got a partner for adventures, big or small. From road trips to inside jokes, these moments make memories that last forever. So whether it's emotional strength, the mother-daughter bond is seriously powerful. If you have this kind of relationship, cherish it. And if you're working on it, keep going. It's totally worth it. Thanks for hanging out with me, and don't forget to celebrate the amazing moms and daughters in your life.
Hello, wonderful people, and welcome back to our Women's. Today we're talking about something that is at the very core of who we are, the very foundation of our future, motherhood. I've always believed that being a mother is one of the most powerful, most influential roles anyone can ever have. It's a calling, a sacred trust to shape another human being. A mother is a child's first teacher, their first friend, their first source of comfort and love. The lessons learned at a mother's knee are the ones that echo through a lifetime, shaping the adults they will one day become. It's a journey filled with incredible joy, profound challenges, and the deepest love imaginable. The bond between a mother and her child is a force of nature, a connection that shapes everything. It's the safe harbor in a storm and the gentle push that encourages them to set sail. This influence isn't just a feeling, it's a tangible force that molds a child's entire being. We're going to explore this incredible power by looking at 3 essential pillars of a child's development. These are the areas where a mother's touch, her guidance, and her love can truly help a child not just grow, but flourish and blossom into a happy, well-rounded individual. We'll be diving deep into a mother's role in nurturing a child's emotional world, stimulating their incredible minds, and building a foundation for their physical well-being. Think of these as the 3 legs of a stool, each one vital for creating a stable, supportive base for a happy life. So whether you're a new mom navigating these first precious years, or a seasoned pro looking for a little inspiration, this is for you. We're going to celebrate the power of a mother's love and discover the practical ways we can use that love to raise truly happy kids. Let's begin this beautiful journey together. Let's start with the heart of it all, emotional support. This is where we build the very soul of our children. Emotional intelligence isn't something a child is just born with. It's a garden that we, as mothers, have the privilege to tend. It begins with creating a sanctuary of safety and trust. When your child comes to you, whether they are bubbling with joy or weeping with frustration, they need to know, deep in their bones, that you are their safe place. It means listening without judgment, validating their feelings by saying things like, "I understand why that would make you sad," or "It's okay to feel angry sometimes." This validation is everything. It teaches them that their emotions are not scary or wrong, but are a natural part of being human. Think of yourself as an emotional mirror for your child. When they are too young to have the words for their big feelings, you can reflect them back. "You seem so frustrated with that puzzle," or "Look at that big smile. You are so proud of yourself for climbing that high." By naming their emotions, you are giving them the vocabulary to understand their own inner world. This is the first step towards self-awareness, a critical skill for a happy life. You're not just calming a tantrum, you're teaching them a lifelong lesson in emotional literacy. This simple act of naming and acknowledging feelings builds a bridge of understanding between you and your child, a bridge they will learn to build within themselves. Resilience? That beautiful ability to bounce back from life's inevitable setbacks is also cultivated here. It's tempting to want to shield our children from every hurt, every disappointment. But our true job is not to build a bubble around them, but to build strength within them. This means allowing them to experience small failures and being there to help them process it. When they don't get picked for the team or struggle with a friendship, resist the urge to immediately fix it. Instead, sit with them in their disappointment. Ask questions like, how did that feel? And what do you think we can learn from this? This teaches them that setbacks are not the end of the story, but a part of the journey. This process also involves modeling healthy emotional expression yourself. Our children are always watching, always learning from our example. How do you handle your own stress or disappointment? Do you talk about your feelings openly and constructively? When they see you navigating your own emotional landscape with grace and honesty, they learn that it's safe for them to do the same. You are their living, breathing instruction manual for how to be a person in the world. Sharing your own vulnerabilities in an age-appropriate way shows them that everyone has struggles, and that seeking support and talking things through is a sign of strength, not weakness. Ultimately, nurturing your child's emotional intelligence is about connection. It's the bedtime stories, the long talks in the car, the hugs after a scraped knee, and the quiet moments of just being together. It's in these thousands of small, seemingly insignificant interactions that you weave a tapestry of emotional security. This security becomes their anchor in the world. It gives them the confidence to explore, to dare, to try new things, and to build healthy relationships of their own, knowing that they always have a safe harbor to return to. This is the greatest gift you can give their heart. Now, let's talk about that incredible, buzzing, brilliant mind your child has. A mother's role in mental stimulation is not about flashcards and rigorous drills from day one. It's about being the chief curator of curiosity. It's about creating an environment where questions are celebrated, and I don't know, let's find out together, is one of the most exciting phrases they can hear. Your home can be the richest of playgrounds for the mind. It starts by seeing the world through their eyes, full of wonder and possibility. That simple walk in the park? It's a biology lesson. Why are the leaves green? Where do the squirrels sleep? Every question is an invitation to explore. Encouraging a love for learning is about process, not just results. It's praising the effort, not just the A on the report card. When your child is building with blocks, focus on their concentration and creativity rather than just the height of the tower. When they are trying to solve a puzzle, say, I love how you keep trying different pieces. Your brain is working so hard. This fosters what we call a growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset is the key to unlocking their potential, teaching them to embrace challenges rather than fear them. It transforms I can't do it into I can't do it yet. Reading is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. Reading to your child from the earliest age does more than just teach them language. It opens up entire new worlds. It builds empathy as they step into the shoes of different characters. It sparks imagination and expands their understanding of the world far beyond their own backyard. Make reading a cherished ritual, a cozy time of connection. Let them see you reading for your own pleasure too. When a child grows up in a house filled with books, where reading is valued and enjoyed, they are far more likely to become a lifelong learner and reader themselves. Problem-solving skills are another cornerstone of mental development. And guess what? Life provides endless opportunities to practice. Instead of rushing to solve every little problem for them, empower them to think for themselves. If they can't get their jacket zipped, you can guide them. What have you tried so far? What do you think might work? Let them struggle a little bit. It's in the struggle that the learning happens. Whether it's figuring out how to share a toy with a sibling or how to build a fort with pillows, these are all mini lessons in critical thinking, negotiation, and creativity. You are their coach, offering support from the sidelines, not playing the game for them. Finally, embrace the power of play. Play is the work of childhood. It is how children process information, test theories, and make sense of their world. Unstructured, imaginative play is particularly vital. It's where they can be superheroes, doctors, chefs, or explorers. This kind of play builds executive function skills, like planning, negotiating, and self-control, in a joyful, organic way. So, provide the props, the cardboard boxes, the old scarves, the pots and pans, and then step back. Give them the time and space to get lost in their own imaginations. By fostering this environment, you are not just entertaining them, you are building a more agile, creative, and resilient mind. We've nurtured the heart and stimulated the mind. Now we turn to the vessel that carries them through life, the body. A mother's influence on a child's physical well-being is profound, setting the stage for a lifetime of healthy habits. This isn't about achieving perfection or enforcing rigid, joyless rules. It's about, creating a family culture where taking care of our bodies is a natural and positive part of daily life. It begins with establishing gentle, predictable routines. Consistent sleep schedules, for example, are a gift to a child's growing body and brain. A calm, loving bedtime routine, a bath, a story, a cuddle, signals to their body that it's time to rest and recharge, which is crucial for growth, mood, and learning. Nutrition is, of course, a huge piece of this puzzle. The conversation around food in our homes has a lasting impact. Let's shift the focus from good foods and bad foods to foods that give us energy to play and foods that help us grow strong. Involve your children in the process. Let them help you wash vegetables, stir the pot, or choose a healthy snack at the grocery store. When they have a hand in preparing the food, they are more likely to eat it. You are their primary role model here. When they see you enjoying a variety of nutritious foods and having a healthy relationship with your own body, they absorb that lesson more deeply than any lecture you could ever give. Physical activity should be about joy and movement, not a chore. Find what your child loves to do. Is it dancing to music in the living room? Kicking a soccer ball in the backyard? Going for family bike rides or exploring a hiking trail? The goal is to associate movement with fun and connection. Make it a part of your family's identity. Instead of defaulting to screen time, suggest a family walk after dinner. Celebrate what their bodies can do, how fast they can run, how high they can jump, how they can learn to swim or ride a bike. This builds physical confidence and a positive body image. Let's also talk about the importance of rest and downtime. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to overschedule our children. But just as their bodies need activity, they also need time for stillness. Unstructured time allows their nervous systems to settle and their bodies to recover. It's okay, and in fact necessary, for them to be bored sometimes. This is often when creativity and imagination take flight. Teaching them to listen to their body's cues for them to be active. It's all part of a holistic approach to wellness. Ultimately, building this foundation of physical well-being is about teaching your child to love and respect the amazing body they've been given. It's a continuous conversation, woven into the fabric of your days. It's in the healthy lunches you pack, the family games you play in the park, the gentle insistence on an early bedtime, and the way you talk about health and strength. By creating this nurturing environment, you're not just preventing illness, you are giving them the energy, vitality, and self-respect they need to pursue all their dreams and live a full, happy, and vibrant life. So, as we've seen, a mother's touch is truly the guiding hand that shapes a life. From the moment we first hold our children, we begin the sacred work of nurturing their emotional core, teaching them to navigate their feelings with courage and grace. We become the chief spark for their curious minds, opening up a world of wonder and fostering a love for learning that will fuel them forever. And we lay the very foundation of their physical well-being, creating a culture of health and vitality that gives them the strength to chase their biggest dreams. It's an awesome and sometimes overwhelming responsibility, but it is also our greatest privilege. The impact of this deep involvement echoes through generations. When we raise children who are emotionally resilient, mentally agile, and physically healthy, we are not just creating a happy childhood, we are cultivating happy adults who will, in turn, create a better world. The love, the lessons, the patience, the late nights, and the